little bakers, Kelly here, and I can't wait to tell you what I've been up to lately. Recently, I've had so many orders for custom sugar cookies. From birthday parties to weddings to corporate events, I've been so busy making all these sugar cookies that finally I was like, okay, calm down. Let's make a video so you too can learn how to make custom sugar cookies at your house. Now before we go over the sugar cookie recipe, we'll need a couple things. First and foremost, we're gonna need some cookie cutters. I'm just gonna go with the flower cookie cutter. It's springtime, the flowers are blooming outside, and flowers make me happy, so why not? You'll also need an electric or hand mixer. We'll need a rolling pin, an icing spatula. Even if you don't have one of these, a pancake spatula, dare I say a knife, just be super careful, it works just as well. And last but not least, you will need a piece of parchment paper. Now getting to the sugar cookies, you're gonna find a lot of recipes online that say, oh, this is the perfect sugar cookie. Oh, it's so easy. I'm here to tell you kind of the same thing. My sugar cookie recipe, super simple, very minimal ingredients. There is absolutely no chill time. And when you put the cookies in the oven to bake, they hold their shape. It's literally the best of both worlds. To make these sugar cookies, you'll need 1 cup of soft, unsalted butter, 1 cup white sugar, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, half a teaspoon almond extract, 2 teaspoons baking powder, half a teaspoon salt, and 3 cups of flour. Guys, stay with me. I know it sounds like a lot of ingredients. We're gonna make it easy. We're gonna separate it into 3 parts, okay? Let's do this thing. First, let's combine the butter and sugar in the mixer and mix on a low speed until it's nice and creamy. And now we'll add in our egg, salt, baking powder, almond extract, and vanilla extract into the bowl. Let's mix it on up again on low speed, just until everything is fully combined. Now it's time to add in the flour, but instead of putting all 3 cups in at once, we're gonna do it by every cup. You can even do it by half a cup every time. If we were to add all 3 cups into the mixer all at once we go ahead and turn on the mixer, it's gonna be a freaking explosion of flour. Not fun. That'll not be a good mess to clean up, guys. This is looking good. So our dough is ready to be rolled out. First things first, we need the parchment paper. Now we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of flour on the parchment paper just to make sure that the dough doesn't stick to the parchment paper. Before we go ahead and roll it out using our rolling pin, we're gonna dust a little bit more flour on top just so that the rolling pin doesn't stick. Now we wanna roll our dough out to 1/4 of an inch thick. Now that our dough is looking mighty fine, super smooth, it's time to use our cookie cutters to cut out our shapes. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. We're going for a different kind of flour now. Oh, see, this is perfect. I'm so glad that this happened. These cookies, they came out perfectly fine using the cookie cutter. This one, a little lopsided, and that's when we use the icing spatula. Gently lift it up, and then we can transfer it. And voila. See, the same thing happened right here. Love when this happens. Do a little scoop and transfer. I feel like that sounds like the bend and snap. Bend and snap. Works every time. We got 1 tray of cookies done. I'm gonna roll out the remainder of this cookie dough. Still got a little bit more in here in the mixer. This tray is gonna go in the oven at 350 degrees for about 9 minutes. You wanna take them out at the 9-minute mark and see if there's any browning on the edges here of the cookies. If there are, good, they're done. Let's take them out. If not quite yet, throw them in for another minute, but keep an eye on them. Now the cookies have been in the oven for about 5 minutes. I've got everything here ready to go so we can start making the royal icing. Just like the sugar cookies, I'm sure you're gonna find a lot of royal icing recipes online that say, this is the best one to use, it's the greatest consistency. I'm gonna share with you my recipe for royal icing. I've found that it gives you perfect consistency every time for flooding, which means to coat the entire cookie when using royal icing on sugar cookies. And I found that, gosh, it tastes so good. It's sweet, but it's not overpowering, and it's definitely not bland. It's a perfect counterpart to the sugar cookie. I'm so excited. So to make this royal icing, you'll need 3 3/4 cups powdered sugar, 1/4 cup plus 1 tablespoon of meringue powder, 3/8 cup water, 1/8 teaspoon salt, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. First things first, to make this royal icing recipe, we're gonna take the dry ingredients and combine them together in the mixer. As you can see, I'm pulsing this mixer just because, like we talked about earlier with the flour going everywhere, I don't want all the dry ingredients to be coming out of the mixer. Now it's time to add the liquid components. We're gonna start with the water. I know it's only 3/8 of a cup of water, but we don't wanna add all of it into the mixer all at once. We'd rather have it thick and add more water to thin it rather than putting all the water in and then it's too thin and then you gotta add in more powdered sugar, then it becomes too sweet. The water's starting to soak up, starting to create a thick consistency. Now please tell me, is this any royal icing that we want to work with? Absolutely not. We gotta add a little bit more water. Still holding some back. This is looking pretty good. See how easy it is for it to fall off of the paddle attachment? That's what we want. The last step is adding the vanilla into the icing. Icing is pretty much done. We just need to give it that ultra sweet flavor. So let's keep mixing for another 5-ish minutes. Our cookie should be done by then, so we'll definitely have an update soon. Oh my God, tell me your kitchen smells amazing. I'm literally salivating over here. We still have our royal icing that we have to finish. We're almost done. We gotta transfer them into piping bags. Hopefully by that time our cookies will be cool enough so we can start piping. But I'm telling you, we have to wait so that we add that royal icing on, and then once we take a bite of that sugar cookie topped with royal icing, oh my God, game changer. It's gonna be perfect. It's worth the wait, trust me. Now I have an extra bowl over here. I'm gonna scoop some royal icing into the bowl, add some pink food coloring. We'll mix it up, and then we'll scoop it into our piping bag. My piping bag has a number 2 tip. Here's a little secret for you. If you don't have a tip, just use scissors, cut a very small corner at the end of the bag. That'll work just fine. Point now where we want to start decorating our flower with our royal icing. So gently squeeze at the bottom just so a little bit comes out. We're gonna start in the middle and we're gonna gently outline what each petal is going to look like on the flower. Now that we have the outline of our petals completed, it's time to do some flooding. Flooding pretty much means to coat the entire space of what's inside the outline you've just drawn. So we're gonna fill that entire thing in with our royal icing. At this point, I like to use a toothpick to finish expanding the royal icing to all the areas I've missed. We got a lot more to go. I'm gonna keep doing what we've been doing here with this piping technique, although I'm gonna be using a different color. Look at these cookies! Okay, they're almost done. They're so close to being done. The last thing we do need though, we need to add the center of the flower. So I have my remaining piping bags here. I also have some sprinkles that I think would be really fun in the center of the flower, just to really make that center pop. Voila! Our custom sugar cookies are complete! Look, these did take a long time, right? But you know the satisfaction you're gonna receive when you bite into that cookie that you handmade and hand decorated is gonna blow everything else you've made out of the water. In any other setting, I would say, these are way too cute to eat. Heck no, techno, we slaved away in the kitchen. We are going to try these beauties. Cheers! Oh my, what? What? Are you kidding me? Like, is this real life? This sugar cookie, oh my god, I like literally can't stop eating it. This sugar cookie exceeds all of my expectations of what a sugar cookie could taste like. You can tell this is homemade. There's so much love in this cookie. I literally can't stop eating it. Oh my god. What I love about it too is the sugar cookie. It's already a little bit slightly sweet. You have the crunchy, crispy edges, but it's still a soft cookie. The interior is so delicate. It's so buttery, so pillowy. And then you have that nice glaze of icing on top. That's the sweet stuff. That's the sweet spot. Now I'm gonna be referencing this video a lot moving forward, just so everybody has access to the recipe for the cookies, the recipe for the royal icing, and just kind of the idea, the technique, the flooding, how that all works moving forward in future videos. So definitely bookmark this video. If you haven't already, comment, like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. I'm here to help give you that confidence so you too can bake a plethora of desserts in your kitchen. And don't forget to follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And enjoy your custom sugar cookies. These are beauties. I love them. I'll see you all next time.